Hi, I'm Jane. I'm head of patient services here at Monarch Dispensary in Scottsdale. I'm doing a series of talks called Talks with Jane with patients about their specific conditions and how cannabis helped them. With me today is Kelsey, who's a cancer survivor who graciously agreed to come on camera and share some of her cannabis experience. Kelsey, could you give us a little background on why you became a medical marijuana patient?
Yes, I can. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer on November 11th of last year, and I opted to go for the most aggressive treatment. So that included a double mastectomy with reconstruction, and it also included 20 weeks of chemotherapy. So I was not a marijuana patient previously. I was not really a user at all, to be honest. And after the very first treatment, the adriamycin cytoxin, which is also known as the Red Devil, it's very, very, very aggressive. The nausea was nearly instantaneous, and the weight loss was pretty instantaneous as well. So I could not deal with the nausea. I wasn't eating very much, and after discussing it with my oncologist, we decided it would be a good idea to explore the medical marijuana option.
So when you came here, you checked in, and did you ask for help, or how did I approach you? I'm trying to remember how we met.
So I called before I had even gotten my card because I knew that it was a little bit of a process. So I wanted to find a good dispensary that was informative because this was my really first time getting into it, I guess. And I believe what happened was after I had gotten my card, then I came in, we had an appointment together, you sat down, you worked with me, you explained edibles to me, you explained the difference between flowers and vaping, and for my preference, I chose to go with the vaping option. I found that not only was it able to stimulate my appetite, it also made me feel very, I would say happy, yeah. Because, you know, when you're going through something like cancer treatment, there's a lot of new anxieties and everything, and it really did a lot to help with that too. So, yeah, it helped with my appetite, it helped with my nausea mainly, and then it helped with anxiety. Those are the three greatest benefits I found.
Yeah, and I'm stunned at the amount of young women in a similar situation to you, and never had any kind of cannabis or marijuana in their life, come in, are a little lost on how to start, but to be able to tell them that nausea relief is almost instantaneous is a big deal for me.
Absolutely, because the first treatment that I had, I went and had sweet potatoes immediately afterwards, thinking that I should probably eat before the nausea kicked in. Then I started feeling something, and I was prescribed promethazine initially. And I remember, after taking the promethazine, I was starting to get sick off of what I had eaten, and I was not able to essentially throw it back up, which was exactly what I needed to do. So, and then on top of that, it made me really tired, and I worked all throughout my chemotherapy treatment. So throughout treatment, I worked, and I couldn't take the promethazine, which made me really, really tired. So luckily the Zofran worked during the daytime, and then when I was home at night, that was when I mainly took the medical marijuana. That was when it was most beneficial for me, was during the evening time, because there's so many different strains that you can take, whether you want something that's going to burst your creativity, you want something that's going to help with your nausea. There's such a science to it now. It's really amazing.
Any parting words of advice for people maybe sitting on the fence about cannabis use during their chemo treatments?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I say discuss it with your oncologist. My oncologist felt that it was nearly irresponsible for him to not explore this option with me, given how rapidly I was losing weight. And I'm telling you, the only thing that I could really eat was like avocado and chicken bouillon cubes and water, and that's not sustainable at all. So what I would tell people is be open-minded. Be open-minded. There's, I think the whole stigma is changing entirely. I think that there's different options. So pick what's best for you. Discuss with your oncologist, and a dispensary will explore all your options with you. So, and don't be afraid to shop around, but luckily for me, I went to Monarch and it's the only place I've been. So it's all that I've ever needed. Everybody's really great here, so.
Yeah. And we don't like to see anybody suffer unnecessarily, and so our goal is to help you any way we can. We're going to wrap up Talks with Jane, but I do want to tell you how to get a hold of us. The number here at the dispensary is 480-991-3752, or you can email me at jfix@monarchaz.org. Thanks so much, and looking forward to giving another talk soon.